Greetings, dear readers. For the month of May, I find myself in Kerala, which is a state in southern India. Incidentally, it's where I was born. And while I'm here, while I'm in India, I think it's only appropriate that I share poems, quotes, literature that originated from India, from great Indian authors. But before that, it's almost a shame to share a poem at this moment because nature itself here is singing a beautiful song. I don't know if you can hear, but there's countless number of birds awake, making noise. So let's just take a second to listen to it. There's all sorts of warbling and trilling and cooing and cawing. It feels good just to sit and listen to it. But for the first poem that I want to share is by probably the greatest Indian poet, also a songwriter, called Rabindranath Tagore. Is commonly known as the father of the Indian National Anthem. This is a poem titled Where the Mind is Without Fear. And it's a poem that whenever I'm out in public writing and people ask me what's one of my favorite poems, I often point to this one. When I read it, you'll understand why. Where the mind is without fear and the head is held high, where knowledge is free, where the world has not been broken up into fragments by narrow domestic walls, where words come out from the depth of truth, where tireless striving stretches its arms towards perfection, where the clear stream of reason has not lost its way into the dreary desert sand of dead habit, where the mind is led forward by thee into ever-widening thought and action, into that heaven of freedom, my Father, let my country awake. Three verses from this poem especially strike my heart. The first is, where tireless striving stretches its arms towards perfection. Anyone who endeavors to create something, to achieve something, understands this concept of tireless striving towards perfection. Though we know we never achieve perfection, it's in the striving that we achieve meaning and fulfillment. The French Algerian philosopher Albert Camus famously said that in his book Myth of Sisyphus, that the struggle towards the heights is enough to fill a man's heart. That's a sentiment that's also expressed in this poem. The other two verses are, when the clear stream of reason has not lost its way into the dreary desert sands of dead habit. The expression dreary desert sands of dead habit is so beautiful because we often find ourselves falling into patterns that are not helpful to us, that are just done out of habit, but we know have no positive impact on our lives. To overcome these habits is part of that tireless striving towards perfection. And the word dead habit, the word dead, the adjective dead, used in conjunction with habit is so perfect because these habits these habits don't liven us, don't make us come alive, but instead stand to repress us. So, I hope this poem has benefited you in some way, and I look forward to sharing some more great Indian poems and quotes from great Indian authors, maybe along with some of my poems that I write here as well. So, thank you for listening, and I'll see you next time. Remember, never stop reading. Bye.